Do you know that Amazon Web Services is currently support 7,500 government agencies and 5,000 educational institutions? If that is not a seal deal, we don't know what is. Known as one of the IT leading companies in the world, AWS is currently one of the top 4 public cloud computing companies in the globe. I am NURNABILAH binti Muhammad ZUBIR. I am from IM 249 Elective C. We're presenting you about AWS Cloud Computing System. We're also gonna look on the benefits and the risks in using AWS system. Amazon Web Services is the world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted global cloud platform. Millions of customers, including the fastest growing startup, largest enterprise, and leading government agencies, is using AWS to lower their costs, to become more agile and innovate faster. AWS started in 2004 and now having 100,000 users in 240 countries. AWS also being used by big companies like Netflix, Disney, Airbnb, NASA, Pinterest, and other big companies' names. AWS provide on-demand delivery technology service via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. This cloud computing service allow you to build and run virtually any type of application with mostly 200 features without upfront costs or ongoing commitments. There is infrastructure service, which means they provide fast service as a service, so you do not need to manage the backup and the power supply of the service. Instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data center and server, user can access technology service such as seed computing, power, storage, and databases on an as-needed basis from cloud provider. Organizations of every type, size, and industry are using the cloud for a wide variety of use cases such as data backup, disaster recovery, email, virtual desktop, software development, and testing big data analytics and web applications. For example, hospital company need to develop more personalized treatments for patients. As example is biohacking. AWS benefits user in many aspects. Firstly, lower the cost. AWS system providing service at lower cost. AWS has pay-as-you-go pricing term. There is about 100 cloud service and you only pay for the individual service that you use. If we differentiate the physical infrastructure server, the cost will always increase even as demand decrease, while for AWS, user only do their payment for the application they use. There is also pay less by using more approach to promote higher user usage that were implemented by AWS company. The most higher storage required for S3, the lesser you pay for per unit per month. Next, cost effective. The operating costs are reducing because user only need to pay for compute power, storage, and other commitments required. Secondly, it ease of use. One of the main reasons AWS being used by big company is because it is easy to use. Anyone can set up AWS account without long-term contract or complex licensing. As user, you do not need to have any advanced programming language skill to deploy on AWS system. This is possible due to the AWS management console or well-documented web services. When you sign up to Amazon Web Service, you are presented with a very user-friendly interface called the AWS Management Console. This server interface provide access to a wide number of applications and services. AWS maintains a document for each service under developer resource listing how to use AWS dashboard to deploy and maintain any service. Thirdly, scheduling. You can start or stop AWS service at predetermined times, run at particular time or particular day or certain event take place. You shall not have worries as it will run without your supervision, but based on the time you have put settings on. There is also data privacy. In today's world, there is nothing more important than privacy, and that is AWS try to provide. Data privacy is offered to each and every AWS customer regardless of their business size with double essential. Data privacy through physical security, fine-grained access, and data locality control. There is also an additional cost for IAM. IAM stands for Identity Access Management, helps user controls who is authenticated and authorized to use resource. Fourth, AWS API means you can manage your cloud-based infrastructure through various third-party software. Third-party software services like Cloud Ranger and Queenly are available to help you utilize all of the time and cost-saving features AWS has to offer. For example, Cloud Ranger helps companies understand cloud with visual representation. Tango Cards are events rewards program for business and their customer worldwide, and Quickly, which provides social media analytics for brands on single dashboard. If customization, such as customer-defined tagging, allows users to easily monitor and manage their specific resource. It can be used to implement cross-tagging, security, and automation. Full stack of service. AWS provides a wide range of service covering all your cloud computing requirements. AWS is a popular cloud computing services because of the expansive array of service it covers. Domains such as compute, storage, database migration, and so on. There is more than 100 services that users can explore. 7. Availability. AWS are known for their availability zones. AWS spans over 54 availability within 18 geographic regions and one local region around the world. These availability zones ensure your data can be stored in a multitude of locations that users choose. As you can see, these are mapped for availability zones. The disadvantages of AWS is in limitation of Amazon EC2. AWS set default limits on resource which vary from region to region. This resource consists of images, volumes, and snapshots. Only limited number of instances can be launched per area. EC2 Classic have limits of maximum of 500 per instance, and each security group can have maximum 100 permissions. EC2 VPC have limitation up to 100 security group per VPC. AWS prevent you from using too much resource and spending a lot of money. This is a protective measure designed to prevent people with malicious intent from using its resource to launch hack attacks. Unfortunately, information regarding the amount of resource used can be somewhat limited. However, you can always request a resource increase if you need more. These measures are put in place to ensure the security and safety of all clients on the platform. So it shouldn't be an issue per se if your intentions are pure. The second disadvantage is there is general cloud computing issue when you move to a cloud, such as downtime, limited control, privacy issues, security, risk of data leakage, and backup protection. However, these flaws is overcome after some time. There will be an extra cost added for immediate assistance. This is the usual cloud computing issue if you view it from the perspective of cloud computing user. Another tips to using AWS system is to choose the right regions near your country, which is AWS operate data center all over the world and group them into regions. Before using an AWS service, users should think about selecting the best region for the particular use case. The things to consider when choosing a region including latency, which is which region is closest to your to the user customer or to user themselves. Secondly is availability of service. Is it all the service that you want to use is available in the region. Compliance, are you allowed to store and process data in jurisdiction of the region? And then for cost, what are the costs for running your workload in the region? The tips of using AWS is to make use of the free trial. Getting started with AWS doesn't require any payment. They offer a free trial for many of the service for the first 12 months of newly created account. It's launched a virtual machine for 750 hours per month during the first year on AWS, and you will never pay nothing. It's stored up to 5 GB on the object store for free during the first year of AWS. And then there is use of SQL database to store up to 25 GB or invoke a lambda function up to 1 million times, all for free.